Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for attending the first ever Melissa and John Gargani Academic U online. My name is Ariel Tarosky, and I'm so excited to talk a little bit about academics. We are so grateful and appreciative that you're taking the time to view Academic U from the comfort of your homes. I want to give a special thank you to Melissa and John Gargani for their gracious donation to make this program possible. We hope that by you taking the time to view these sessions that it means that you're committed to academics and to the mission of Triangle Fraternity, to strive to be leaders in the campus, local community, and in your chosen fields of study. It is our goal to provide you with some tips, tools, and resources that will help you and your chapter recommit to academic achievement and to embrace the objectives of the fraternity. The first step in committing to scholarship is through your recruitment process, which will be the focus of this first session. So I want you to take a second and to think about what you're currently doing to promote the purpose of Triangle Fraternity. Clearly, the promotion of academics is important. I mean, at the heart of every fraternal organization is academia. It is probably a founding value to every fraternity on your campus. So it's important that you are finding the ways to promote it. However, if it is a value of every other fraternal organization, what can we be doing to make ourselves stand out from all of the rest? Like the other fraternities on your campus, Triangle values academics, but I think it's safe to say that we offer a different and unique dynamic that the other social fraternities don't, and that is the very purpose of Triangle, to foster and provide an intellectual and mature environment for its members through the mutual companionship of men with similar professional interests and goals. This should be at the heart of everything that you're doing, especially when it comes to recruitment. If it is, then you will be guaranteed to attract men that value the same purpose and mission. For a moment, let's think of recruitment in the context of marketing and sales and start to discuss the tangible ways that we can sell the academic side of Triangle. See if you can get involved in an organization or admissions fair so that you can provide potential new members and their families with information detailing your commitment to academics. Handouts should include information around your academic program and academic standards for membership, which we'll discuss in a later session. Accomplishments of active members and alumni. So if they invented something or are CEO of a company or just worked on a cool project at their internship, make sure you highlight it. Make sure you include GPA statistics and chapter and individual recognitions. List members' involvements in honorary organizations or efforts on campus. So if they're on a research team, you should list it. Another great way to sell your academics is by keeping information up to date online. Let people know via social media or your chapter website what you're involved in on campus and off of campus. Go ahead and brag. It means that you care. Take it a step further and work with your school newspaper and campus marketing to let them know about brother and chapter accomplishments. And see if you can work with your admissions to get distinguished alumni involved. Believe me, if you have a CEO alumni, admissions would love to have them at a fair to talk about their time in college, and then they can brag about Triangle too. Make sure you're supporting your campus and department's events and initiatives. One of the best ways to sell something is by showing you care and being in the middle of it. So if you can help host a career fair for the College of Engineering, do it. Also encourage members to serve as peer mentors, tutors, and TAs in their departments. All of this will not only help your members stay committed to academics, but will show others your commitment. Plus, it will open you up to several new opportunities to meet potential new members that probably value the same thing. If you want to be competitive with other fraternities or similar academic-based groups, you need to think outside of the box. Work with your FSA or academic departments to see if you can get a contact list of incoming students. Send them an email welcoming them to college and letting them know what Triangle is about. You can either send it out to just STEAM majors or to everyone, because who knows, maybe those non-STEAM members will encourage their STEAM friends to join. Create a scholarship for incoming STEAM students. By you doing that, you're not only showing them that you value their academic success, but that you're opening yourself up to a large group of people who were maybe or never joiners. Develop a referral system. Set up meetings with faculty, staff, and other students to discuss the qualities of Triangle and what you're looking for in a member, specifically academically. Ask them for recommendations and encourage them to submit names through a database. Make sure you don't silo yourself within your chapter or just within the Greek community. If you reach out to other student organizations that are not STEAM specific, you could meet a lot of different people who had no idea what Triangle stands for. Again, even if they don't meet our major requirements, they may know a student who does. Make sure your recruitment events have some focus on academics and the purpose of Triangle. Make sure it's in your conversations and in your activities. Don't just tell them, but show them that by being in a brotherhood of similar professions helps you be a better student, man, and leader. Think about inviting alumni to an event who are successful in their field. That may motivate men to join because of the networking potential. And again, try to always stay involved and take the lead with academic-based campus events. If there is a career fair for engineering, ask if you can help or host. If there is a scholarship banquet, ask if your members can get involved in setup. You won't know until you try. So now that you've marketed your commitment to academics, how do you find the guys that feel the same way? How do you get those smart guys? One way is by recruiting through clubs, organizations, and events that the smart guys hang out at. Working with honorary organizations is a great way to find men that are committed to academic excellence and involvement in an organization. Build relationships with men in your classes. Sometimes, as Greeks, we tend to silo ourselves to the members in our organization or in our community. But if you get to know the people in your classes through group projects or just casual conversations, you may find that they could be one of your best members. Even more, encourage your upperclassmen brothers to get involved. Chances are the guys that are talking to can handle the academic workload and are starting to think about how to best market themselves for the workforce. And what better way than Triangle? At a lot of institutions, they will announce who is on dean's or president's list. Use this list and reach out to individuals in our applicable majors. Invite them to an event or just send them a congratulatory email. Do this with scholarship winners too. Your campus newspaper, email, and website can be a phenomenal recruitment tool if you use it properly. Keep your eyes open for individuals who are being recognized for academic accomplishments, inventions, or scholarships. Reach out to them the same way as you would the Dean's List guys. Now you may be thinking, great, this will work for all the men that have been in college for at least a semester, but what do we do about the incoming freshmen, which can sometimes be your biggest recruitment pool? Like we talked about before, a scholarship can be a great opportunity to recruit the guys that are committed to their academics. Obviously, you want to make sure the scholarship includes intentional questions about their high school experience and what steps they will take to be successful in college. Sending out information to incoming STEAM students and their families that highlights the purpose of Triangle and your academic commitment can also be helpful. You know that the guys that come up to you when school starts and say they got your mailer and were interested have similar values. Only invite men who have above a 3.0 GPA from high school. While your requirement to join is a 2.7 in college, it's very different from high school. Initially, only invite those men with a higher GPA in the hopes that their college transition will be less difficult. By serving as a tutor or mentor, it's a great way to meet freshmen. I'm sure you're thinking, well, if they're wanting a tutor, do we really want them? You won't know until you try. By them seeing a tutor could mean that they are wanting to stay on top of their academics. Or yes, they may need some additional help, but the fact that they are seeking out resources could be a great quality to have in a member. Making sure you host intentional recruitment events is also key. Like we talked about before, make sure that at least one of your events, if not all, focuses on the academic side of Triangle. What will you do to support their transition into college, and how will Triangle help them to be successful? If your recruitment events are just about beer and wings, those are the types of guys you will get. And finally, and most importantly, is using intentional conversations to identify if a freshman, or any student for that matter, will be successful in their academics. You can really learn a lot about people, their values, their interests and passions, their fears, and their skills all through conversations. Typically, when we are in the middle of tabling or recruitment events, the questions and conversations we can have with potential new members can stay pretty surface level. Where are you from? Did you play any sports? What do you do for fun? In order for you to truly identify who is committed to academics and who will be successful, you need to ask purposeful and hard questions. Sure, you may have only guys at your events with a 3.0 or higher from college, but how can you ensure that they are interested in Triangle, the Greek experience, and college for the right reasons without asking? A rule of thumb is to always try and ask open-ended questions. For example, while you may learn a lot about a person based on the clubs, organizations, and extracurricular activities they were involved in, you will learn more through the why. So if you ask one of the potential members what they were involved with in high school and they answer soccer, choir, and the National Honor Society, yes, you learn that they were involved. But now you should ask them what they enjoyed most about those clubs. What did the diversity of those organizations teach him? And how did he manage his academics while being so involved? Asking questions like, what was the greatest lesson they learned in high school or thus far in college, can teach you a lot. Asking not only what they want to do after college, but why. What is their philosophy around schoolwork and academics? How do they plan to make the most of their major while in college? Have they thought about the time commitment of the fraternity and balancing labs? While it's important to build relationships with these potential members, you need to treat recruitment like a job interview. You are trying to identify the most qualified candidates that are going to continue to enhance and improve your organization. In order to do that, you must ask every direct question so that you can learn their skill set, knowledge, and commitment. But don't forget to follow up the conversation with how Triangle can assist them in their academic endeavors. One of the first things you should do as a chapter before you begin recruiting is developing a list of standards for membership. These standards should be created and agreed upon with the whole chapter so that you can ensure they will be upheld when the time comes. Your membership standards should align with your organization's values or code of ethics and should include service, leadership, integrity, brotherhood, and of course, academics. Each standard or value should have a certain criteria that members must meet in order for them to receive a bid into membership. You can identify these standards from a potential member through an application or through conversations. Suggested academic standards include you must have a 3.0 GPA or 1800 SAT, or a GPA above the all men's average. You can always make tiers too, where if a person doesn't meet your ideal GPA, then they must do A, B, or C, like meet with a tutor, have something signed by their advisor, or so on. Some tips when creating your standards are always make sure you include the standards of the national organization and your governing council. Be empowered to raise the bar. If you want members that will be committed and successful, don't lower your standards just to get them in the door. And make sure that the standards are consistent with active member standards, meaning don't require potential new members to have a 3.5 GPA when you only need a 2.5 to be active. If you raise the bar with everyone, it will encourage them to recruit like-minded individuals. You have to always wonder that when creating a culture within an organization, is it the chicken or the egg? Do you start with recruiting the type of high-quality members you want in order to make your organization better, or do you focus on making your current membership stronger so that you can attract high-quality members? Both may be true, but we can guarantee that if you focus on these key steps when recruiting, that your chapter and your membership will be better for it. So remember to think outside of the box in how you market your organization. Triangle has something really special to offer members that may not typically want to join a fraternity. Help them see that their academics and professional endeavors won't suffer, but will be more than likely to improve because of Triangle. Work hard in how you sell the academic side of Triangle through your PR, through your events, and through your conversations. Believe in yourselves that you are worth the best members. While it is important to balance selling yourself in a way that will get people to want to join you, you also need to make sure that you are asking the tough questions so that you only bid the best. And finally, start off with putting standards and requirements in place for your chapter and for potential members. If you don't know what you require and what you're looking for, the rest of this means nothing. Don't be afraid to raise the bar, because by doing so, you will get the best members. So this concludes our content for session 1. It all starts with recruitment. I hope that you will view session 2, Going Beyond Study Tables. If you have any questions or need resources, you can contact me at ariel@triangle.org. Thank you.